Okay, welcome to the Craig Report. Round 3, after coming off a really poor loss to Essendon, it's Melbourne versus West Coast, MCG. First up, this week we've got 2 clips for our supporters to have a look at. Okay, the 2 clips this week for our viewers to watch are really about trying to set a picture in our heads about the vision of what we want the Melbourne Football Club to look like. Our first half on the weekend is the type of football that we want the Melbourne Football Club to play. Clearly, half of football is not good enough, but I want you just to have a look at an example. The first clip is basically a quick play from fullback. We're able to take the goal from one end, able to take the ball from one end of the ground to the other, and finish off with the goal. We keep possession of the ball, and our ball movement is very, very good.
But this is a good play. We'll get your thoughts on that in a moment, because Sylvia has really come to play today.
Yep, he's playing well.
Inside 50 it goes. Mitch Clark's the target. Uses his body beautifully. Gets to the front, chopping of the arms. No, Davey around the body. Davey's kick is a beauty. Davey's kick is a goal. That's what they needed.
The second clip is a really interesting one, and it entails a lot of things that we actually want our players to get really good at, and for our supporters to look forward to in the future. It starts off on a half-back flank, a capacity to move the ball, there's plenty of run, there's contested footy, it's not a clean play. It gets messy down in our forward line, but our players persist, and Aaron Davey eventually ends up with the ball to have a shot on goal.
Over the head of Pedersen. Glass just fending it off to Shuey, same tactics. Jetta to Sylvia. Can they create something? Tapscott smothered. Didn't see Glass coming, and Selwood didn't see that coming either. So they live again, the D's. Howe almost got it to Trengove. They're crashing and bashing. It's good to see. Scott Selwood goes to his brother. He's also cornered. Jetta. This is a result of hard work for the D's. And Davey can line him up.
I know we keep talking about what the vision is of the Melbourne Football Club. One thing is to have the vision, but in this situation, you have the capacity to live the vision, and that's where we want to go in terms of the Melbourne Football Club, and that's where we are going. Okay, 2 Facebook questions this week, both with a similar theme. One's from Lachlan McDonald, the other one from Mark Reed. Theme of, why are we sort of rewarding the first half, and putting a lot of emphasis on that, and why is it we couldn't finish the whole game playing like we did in the first half? Two good questions. I'll answer both of them at the one time. The first half of footy on the weekend for our guys coming off the loss to Essendon was a great response for our playing group. Took an enormous amount of courage to do that. We really enjoyed what they put on display in the first half. It's the type of football that we want our players to play. They got a taste of it. They know now what it feels like and what it involves. And I'm sure for the people who are at the game or watch those clips, they can actually start to live that sort of vision as well. Having said that, our third quarter in particular was nowhere near good enough. We accept that. But clearly our players have demonstrated that they can actually produce the type of football that we want. Our next challenge is to push for a bit longer and longer and longer until we get to the stage that we can play that sort of footy on a consistent basis for a full game. Good start, but more is required. Okay, key message from round 3. Take some heart from what you saw in the first half. However, be very demanding, continue to be demanding of where you want your club and our club to go. Saw some good signs in the first half, got a taste of what it will look like. We now be very strong with where we're going, so we can actually produce more of that and for the rest of the season. Really important that we keep the heat on ourselves and keep pushing really hard to produce that type of football. Okay, that's the end of the Craig Report. We look forward to our next game, obviously a big game for both clubs. Melbourne versus GWS on Sunday at the MCG. A lot of excitement involved in that game. It's going to create a lot of discussion in the media, and what I do know is that our playing group are looking forward to it. Look forward to seeing you next Monday.